Welcome back to my second video in my mini draft series right before the draft. If you haven't seen my first video, it was on why Anthony Miller is the best wide receiver in the draft. And I'm pumping out these videos right before the draft just to get my views out there, what I think on a few prospects. I'm not going to bash any prospects. I'm just going to talk about my favorites. I do have my quarterback rankings coming up in my next video, so keep an eye out for that. Maybe I do a little bit bashing there. All of them have their flaws. But in this video, I'm going to explain why everybody is sleeping on running back out of Auburn, Kerryon Johnson. Everybody's talking about Saquon Barkley, obviously, he's the best running back. But then there's the second tier where you have Ronald Jones, who I think is the second best. And then there's Derrius Guice and Kerryon Johnson. But Kerryon Johnson isn't getting the love that someone like Derrius Guice is getting. So I'm going to talk about why Kerryon Johnson is going to be a very good running back in the NFL in this video. In this video, you're going to see Jarrett Stidham hand the ball off to Kerryon Johnson, and he's going to have the vision to hit the hole. And I'm going to play it again just to show you how good his vision is. That's the number one thing when you're looking for a running back, and Kerryon Johnson has it. Another thing that I like about Kerryon Johnson is that he is hard to tackle. I'm going to roll a few clips here just to show that he is hard to tackle. So Jarrett Stidham drops back, and he doesn't really know what to do, and he just throws the ball up to Kerryon Johnson, and he's SOL. And he just makes stuff happen. He dodges a few tackles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Just doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but it's a big play. And on this play, he's just hard to tackle. Just look at him dodge all these Alabama defenders, and this is a top defense. And here's another play just to show you that Kerryon Johnson has the vision and the balance to shake a few defenders and get more yardage. Now, he's not the best blocker, but he does show some effort, and he does have some good blocks, like I'm going to show you here. Right here you have Johnson lined up next to Stidham, and he takes out the blocker there, does a nice job getting position and holding that block. Stidham throws it away, but it's still a good block. And right here, Johnson just gets a free rusher, knocks him down, and Stidham's able to hit his target over the middle on third down. And the one thing that Auburn did to be creative with Kerryon Johnson is to line him up at quarterback in the Wildcat, and they also line him up at wide receiver, throw him some bubble screens, and let him do his work. Johnson is near the bottom of the screen down here. The ball gets to him, and he's out in the open, just what he does best, makes guys miss, gets the first down. On this play, they put him into motion, and they're going to give him the ball and let him do his work in the open field. It's what he does best. Makes some guys miss, has some good vision to get extra yardage. And then on this play, you have him in the Wildcat, and it's good for short yardage goal line packages. Like I said in my last video with Anthony Miller, opportunity cost is a real thing in the NFL draft. Would you rather have Derrius Guice maybe in the late first round? I think that's probably where he's going to go. Or would you rather have Kerryon Johnson in the middle of the second round? That's probably where he's going to go, maybe even the late second round. If you ask me, I'm taking Kerryon Johnson with that value. I don't really want to spend a high pick on someone like Guice, who I actually have Johnson rated higher than Guice. So I'm going to take Johnson in the second round over Guice in the first round. Opportunity cost, guys. It's a real thing. It's just because Johnson has so good of value in the second round, and people aren't even talking about him. There's Sony Michel, too, Nick Chubb. I think they're going to be phenomenal backs, but people are talking about them. No one's talking about Kerryon Johnson. Now, when I'm scouting running backs, I'm looking for vision, I'm looking for speed, I'm looking for the ability to help in the pass game, whether that is catching the ball or blocking. I'm looking for durability, elusiveness, agility, all stuff like that. Kerryon Johnson has a little bit of everything, and his greatest part of his game is his vision. And on my scale, I have a whole bunch of those things, like I said: vision, carrying, how well they carry the ball. I didn't mention that. Does he fumble the ball? He only has 3 fumbles in 500 carries, and so he does a very good job there. There is one thing: I think sometimes he carries the ball too carelessly. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I have a grading scale out of 100 points, created of all these things: carrying, speed, vision, and to me, Kerryon Johnson ranks out at 84, which is behind Ronald Jones. I think Ronald Jones, I have a 91-90. Saquon Barkley, in comparison, is the best player in this draft class. I have him at a 98, and I have Derrius Guice, who many people have as the second or third best running back. I have him at an 83, which is 1 point lesser than Johnson. So like I said, back to opportunity cost, I'm taking Johnson in the second round over Guice in the first. One thing to add about Johnson, too, is he played banged up. If you watch the Alabama game, he was hurting all game, but he was still being that tough back, and he was helping his team beat Alabama, and he put them in the best position to make the top 4 teams in the college football playoff. Unfortunately, they didn't beat. I go to Clemson, so it's not really unfortunate, but unfortunate for him. They lost to Georgia in the SEC championship and they didn't make it, but Kerryon Johnson was doing his best. So thanks for watching this video. This is it. This isn't a video to tell you that Kerryon Johnson is the best running back in this draft class. Obviously, he's not. Saquon Barkley is better, and so is Ronald Jones. But it's just to give him a little bit more love, because everyone's talking about Guice too, Michelle, Chubb, all these other guys, but not Kerryon Johnson. So Kerryon Johnson, if you're watching this video, you're probably not, but if you are, people got to show you some love. Whatever team drafts him is going to be a good player, or is getting a good player, and I think he's going to be very good. So without further ado, thanks for watching. My next video is on, let me check right here, got my stuff. Video number 3 is on my top 5 quarterbacks, and my number 1, I'll give you a little sneak peek, is Sam Darnold. I mean, it's not even close. But without further ado, thanks for watching, and go Kerryon Johnson. Like I did last video, it was kind of awkward. Go Anthony Miller, go Kerryon Johnson.